Quarantine cooking with Erica Marie.
That's me. Hi everybody, thanks for tuning in today. Let me get set up here. Hi everyone. We are going to be making a delicious meal today, and it's one of my favorites. Hello everybody, thanks so much for being here. Hopefully this will be one of your favorites too. And it's great because once you know how to make the sauce, it's super versatile and you could put it over a lot of different things. Today we're going to be doing thinly cut chicken breast cutlets. So I'll show you how to do those in just a bit. I'm going to first start off with my side. So my side is very, very simple. We're going to be taking some asparagus and we're going to take a few of them and wrap them in bacon. So they're almost like little bundles, so each person can get one, and they're really fun to make and easy, which is the best part. And we are going to start off with some rinsed asparagus. Hello everybody. So if you're just tuning in, we're going to be making some artichoke chicken piccata, but once you know how to make the sauce, you can put it over salmon, you can put it over pasta, you could put it over chicken tenders. We're going to be using thin sliced chicken breast cutlets. All right, let me just get set up here. Welcome everyone, thanks so much. My family's here, it's awesome. Have a bunch of friends here, it's awesome. Hi everybody. It's gotten so warm, I love it. I wish I could go outside and go to the beach and things, but it is what it is. We're gonna do our best to entertain ourselves by cooking some good food today. All right, so I'm gonna take my asparagus. Let me turn this down a little bit. There we go. Hi. All right, we have asparagus. This is already washed. I like to leave the rubber band on the bottom after I wash them just so that they stay together. And then you can also use prosciutto, but it's a lot easier with the bacon because it doesn't break so easily. So that's what we're gonna be using today. But I usually will use prosciutto, but bacon is what I have. So that is what we are doing. Okay, so we're gonna take a bunch. This is kind of thin, so I'll probably do, let's say like, how many is this? 6? Let's do 6. So what you're going to do is, I have my 6 asparagus. Do you see how they're all different lengths? You're gonna lightly turn them upside down and lightly tap so that all of the heads, their little delicate heads, are the same length. And then what we're gonna do is cut off their bottoms, because this is how you clean asparagus. You want to take off the bottom because it's a lot more fibrous. So this is probably a safe length. So see how cute? And they're all even too. So another even, we're going to take a piece of bacon. And this is just, I don't know, Hormel Black Label Original. So you're going to take the bottom facing away from you, and you're going to put the piece of the bacon here, and it's going to be angled up. Because what we're gonna do is we're gonna be wrapping this, and it's really easy. So your first wrap, you just wanna catch that bottom so that it stays, and then you're gonna wrap it up, up, up. So it's a little swirl, and then what you do is you're gonna take the top of this bacon, and you're gonna take your finger and kind of tuck it into the pocket so that it stays. So this is how they look, they're so cute. The other awesome thing about this side is that you don't have to season them. No salt on these asparagus beforehand, because the bacon has enough salt, so it's gonna season your asparagus for you. I always do this first. This is a baking sheet, but I cover it in foil and then also parchment paper. This makes for really easy cleanup and nothing's gonna stick to your pan. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do this to the rest of my asparagus. My asparagus bundles, and it's super cute if you're ever entertaining, and I'm taking about 6 or 7. They're kind of small. It's cute when you're entertaining because your person can they look so cute on a plate, and each person gets one. All right, so we're gonna again take our asparagus, and since they're all different lengths, we're gonna turn them upside down and lightly tap their delicate little heads so that they're all the same length on the top. And then what we're going to do, let me just put this a little further down, is we're going to, let me just use this guy as a guide real quick. We're gonna cut off their bottoms. Off with their bottoms. All right, so now that they're all even, we're gonna take our bacon. Take our bacon. And again, start with your bottoms away from you. You're gonna use your thumb to hold this there. Do one wrap so that the bottom is now secure, and we're gonna keep wrapping up. This is really easy, really looks nice. And then we're gonna tuck that top one back into itself so then it stays nice. All right, I'll show you another trick I do. When I'm arranging them on the pan, I put their little heads inward. And this is because you're gonna get the most heat around the outside of the pan. So if their little delicate hair is facing inside, it's not gonna get singed. So I like to do it that way. All right, so we're gonna do this with the rest. Thanks for tuning in, everyone. I'm just doing my side really quickly because that's gonna take the longest to cook. So I'm gonna throw these in the oven while I'm making the sauce. Oops, all right. And I always listen to music when I'm cooking. I don't know about you guys, but it's so much fun just to kind of jam out and kind of get lost. All right, so we're making our little asparagus bundles. And you could make this with prosciutto too. I don't know what else you could wrap with bacon, but I love these kinds of sides because they're just really not fussy. After they're done, they're done. You don't have to put any seasoning on it because the bacon does that for you. You don't have to put any oil on it because the bacon does that for you. Anytime you're cooking a veggie, you want to make sure you have fat and seasoning, and so the bacon does that for us. So easy. All right, so again, we chopped our asparagus. We're gonna be facing the bottoms away from you. We're gonna wrap our bacon. The bottom is now tucked. I'm gonna finish going all the way up. And there we go. All right. So this piccata sauce that I'm gonna be showing you how to make, it's really wonderful because it's versatile. I'm just gonna cut all these at the same time. Why didn't I do that from the first place? See, learn new things every day. I am not perfect. Yes, the piccata sauce I made up. I learn all of my recipes and kind of make things up, trial and error. So I encourage you to do the same. You'll notice I never post any measurements because I really want you to season things to your taste because mine's gonna be different than yours. And also, it's just kind of fun to play with your food. All right, we're almost done. I'm gonna do one more batch after this, or a little bundle, I should say. Okay, we are making our little asparagus bundles. These are gonna be one of the sides. And the other side I'm gonna be serving, that I've already pre-made, was my cauliflower mash, which I see people are making left and right. So I'm so thankful that you guys are enjoying that. I made that yesterday, so I'm gonna be warming that up and putting it on the plate so it looks nice. So that's gonna be my starch. But if you don't wanna make cauli mash and you want something simple, you can make some pasta, put some angel hair pasta underneath your chicken and then pour the sauce all over it. It's gonna be so good. And then this will be your veggie portion of that. Thank you so much for tuning in. This makes me so happy. Here's my last bundle. All right, so I'm gonna put my bacon away. The piccata sauce is going to consist of white wine, and you can use any white wine, preferably something you would drink because you're not gonna use the whole bottle, so you're gonna wanna have something that you wanna have the leftovers of, and also nothing too sweet. So you wanna do like a Chardonnay or a Pinot Grigio. I have Sauvignon Blanc, but anything that's like white and dry-ish would be great. It's gonna have wine, it's gonna have a lemon, it's gonna have some briny capers in it, and it's gonna have a little bit of butter, or maybe a lot of butter, we'll see. And then in addition, I like to add these delicious marinated artichokes into my piccata. And I love that because I noticed a lot of people were putting like a thickener, like flour, into their piccata, but I prefer to not have to do that and just put some really fun, like chopped up chunky artichoke in it, and it totally thickens up the sauce, and I think it makes it a lot more hearty, and I think it also looks really nice too. So let me put this away. Okay, we are gonna get started on our sauce as soon as I put these bacon wrapped asparaguses into the oven. How is everybody doing? It's been so crazy, but it's also really fun to just sit up and think about recipes and things. I'm gonna put a little bit of pepper on these. You don't necessarily have to, but I'm going to. Of course, I just wash my hands and then I touch the bacon. Thankfully, it's already cured, cooked. Here we go. Okay, I'm gonna put a little bit of pepper. All right, so these guys are going in. This isn't anything that I made up. This is just something that I like to do and it's simple. We're gonna throw them in the oven. Truth be told, I never set a timer, but I have a feeling that I'll forget. So I'm just gonna put 15-minute timer on them just so I could check on them, but they might take a little longer than that, okay? Time, 15. So at least they won't be totally fried. All right, friends. So we're gonna do our piccata, artichoke piccata sauce. So good, so good. Okay, so I'm gonna use this saucepan. So if you have something similar or smaller, that's fine too. We are gonna use, so I have this Sauvignon Blanc. We're gonna use, I'd say, we're gonna start off with about a third of the bottle. This is gonna be medium-high heat to start off with. So the alcohol in that sauce is gonna have to burn off and cook out. Otherwise you get that really sharp tang to it and we don't want that. All right, so the next thing I'm going to do is add the juice of 2 lemons. And I have one of these great juicers. This is like the best thing. I use citrus in everything. I use this for my lime juice. And all you do is you just cut it in half. Here, I'll show you how it works instead of explaining it. All right, so I'm gonna cut off their little butts. So the butts are cut off, and then I'm gonna cut it in half. And then we are going to put our guy face down into this little hole. And then this is great because none of the seeds are gonna fall into my pot. So I'm gonna add this into, there we go, right into here. And all over the place. Okay, so there's one, and we're gonna do this to 2 lemons. I love this sauce so much. It's really tart. If you wanna add a little more butter than I do, you can. This is also great over salmon. It's really, really good over salmon. But I thought it was more traditional to do over chicken. And also, chicken lasts a little longer in the fridge or freezer than a salmon would. So we are thinking ahead and trying to make things that people can actually enjoy. Okay. Hello, everybody. I have just added about a third a bottle of white wine into my pot, and it's starting to get bubbly. I'm starting to smell it. And then I'm also adding the juice of 2 lemons in here. I like it super lemony. I'm gonna I'm not gonna really deep fry my chicken or bread it heavily, but I am gonna add a tiny little coat of flour on it just to get that golden brown on it because I think that's nice. Okay, so we have 1/3 cup of wine. We have 2 lemons squeezed in there, no seeds because of my awesome squeezer juicer thing. Next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to add 1 stick of butter. I have another one here on the side because what I'm going to be doing is tasting it once it's cooked down, once the alcohol is cooked out of the wine. And if I feel like it's way too tart, I'll add a little bit of butter because that will balance that out. All right, so we have butter, lemon, white wine. We're gonna add some capers. So this is about a half of one of those little jars of the capers. So I'm gonna add that with the brine inside. If you're not huge on the brine, then don't add it, but I love it. The other thing I like to do is I'm gonna take half of these out right now on my cutting board. Watch the magic as it happens, everyone. And we're gonna mash these a little bit, just so they're not all perfectly round. And I think it really looks nice when they're sort of incorporated into the sauce a little better, rather than like roly-polies all over the place. It just looks nice. So we're just gonna kind of mush these up. You don't have to do this, I just like it. Okay. So this is about a half of one of those little jars of capers, and this is organic capers. Put some of that brine in. All the brine in. Okay, so next thing I'm going to do is this is the cool part that I feel like I sort of put my twist on it, which I also encourage you to do the same with your favorite recipes. This is to thicken up the sauce a little bit and make it a little more like chunky and hearty. This is marinated artichokes. These are in the jar. I remember these being in my grandparents' fridge all the time and me sneaking them. They're so good. They're good by themselves. They're good in salads and stuff. But what we're gonna do is kind of roughly chop these guys up. You could also put some of the juice of there too. It's so good. Okay, so I used, I'd say about a third of this big jar, but if you're gonna get one of those little jars, just use one. If you're gonna use the canned ones too that aren't marinated, I'm turning my heat down. You could use the non-marinated ones too, that's totally fine. I just like the marinated ones. So we're gonna do a rough chop on these, which means very rustic, not precise. Can you see my board? I think so. Sometimes I can't see because people are writing wonderful, sweet little comments on there. Right, we're just rough chopping these artichokes. And this is just gonna go right into my sauce. Okay, that's it. Oh my gosh, it smells so good. I smell the white wine cooking, the lemon. And I'll show you what this looks like in just a moment. Let me wash my hands. So I know I have some friends cooking along with me today. I'm so excited about that, to see how it turns out. So that's it for this recipe. I mean, it's just gonna cook down and get a little thicker. Let me show you what it looks like. Come with me. So this is it for now. It's gonna get a little thicker as the wine cooks out. Yum. So again, like over salmon, this is amazing. So in a little bit, once this cooks down a little more, I'm gonna taste this to see if it needs more butter. I think it might, but we'll see. And it also was really good over, if you wanna put it over pasta, it's really good too. So next thing we're gonna do while this is cooking, I'm gonna move this to a different burner so you can see what I'm doing with the chicken. So we're gonna move this to a different burner and put it on medium-low heat so I don't forget about it. Let me check on my asparagus. They're looking so good. Let me show you. Come with me. There they are. Looking cute. Getting their tan on. So basically once the bacon is cooked, your asparagus will be cooked too. Isn't that fun? So easy. Hello everybody. Hi friends. We're gonna get started on the chicken portion. If you want to just put this over straight up pasta, I already made the piccata sauce that's cooking over there. If you wanna put this over salmon, if you wanna put this over chicken tenders, easier to eat for your kids or whatever, you could totally do that. I'm using this boneless, skinless, thin sliced chicken cutlet, which I think is probably the most popular with a piccata sauce, I would say. So what I'm going to do, you know how I feel about a messy board. What I'm going to do is get a big bowl. If you're cooking along with me, this is when you could do this while I'm cleaning my board. A big bowl. I'm gonna put a few tablespoons of flour in it, and inside the flour I'm going to be putting garlic powder, some salt, whatever seasoning you like. Kind of keep it simple just because we're gonna be putting a sauce over that. So notice I am cooking the chicken last. And this is because one, it's gonna be really, really, really quick to cook. And two, once the chicken's on the board, I wanna be able to sanitize it. So that's gonna be the last thing I do. Speaking of the devil, we are going to be cutting our garnish up. This is just Italian parsley. And I'm gonna cook that, cook it. I'm gonna be cutting this up so then once the chicken's on there, we don't have to worry about it anymore. All right. So this is gonna just be the cute little aftertouch. Save a big piece. I always save like one big sprig for after so it looks nice on the plate, but we're just gonna, we are just gonna cut up a little bit to sprinkle over our chicken and I'm gonna serve this with the cauli mash that I made last week. Well, I made a new batch, I promise. I made some yesterday. But I'm gonna be putting the cauli mash down, so I'm just gonna warm it up. It's in my fridge. Put the chicken over it, then the sauce over it, and then the little asparagus on the side. So we're gonna have a full meal today, ladies and gentlemen. Hi, everybody. And if you've missed any of this, I'm gonna be posting this whole video onto YouTube, where you can find all of my recipes, including the cauli mash, including my famous rosemary crack almonds. Everything is on my YouTube channel, which I'm working on. All right, so we just have some parsley for later. Put this in the fridge real quick. All right, so since I've been yapping, I'm just gonna check on this sauce. Looks really good. Still really watery. The wine needs a little more time to cook down. Hi, everybody. So we're gonna be doing our chicken dredge, if you will. It's not a full-on dredge because I'm not doing any egg wash or anything. I'm just gonna put a little bit of seasoned flour in this. So I have my flour bin, and I don't have a ton of chicken, so I'm not gonna use too much of this, just because I'm gonna toss the rest of it. So yeah, I'd say like 3 hefty tablespoons. Then always season your breading, no matter what you do in life. Remember to season your breading. So I'm using my favorite thing ever, garlic powder. And I'm also my other favorite thing ever, salt. So we're not gonna be seasoning the actual chicken. So make sure you heavily season your dredge stuff. So I'm gonna put you down here. I'm just gonna open this chicken. Have my sauce cooking, my asparagus are in the oven, and now I'm just gonna dredge my chicken. And before I get my fingers all contaminated, putting my pan here. All right, so pan ready, bam. Can you see? Hi, everybody. All right, so here is my seasoned flour. And I'm just going to be lightly breading this these little thin sliced chicken breasts and throwing them right into the pan with a little bit of olive oil. Hi, everyone. We're making artichoke chicken piccata today. But the sauce is the bomb, so you can put it over the bomb. I just said the bomb. Oh my gosh. The sauce is great. You can put it over salmon. You can have it with like angel hair pasta, different cuts of chicken, but I'm using thin sliced chicken breasts. All right. And again, I like to do the chicken last when I'm making chicken, just so I can sterilize my stuff. No cross-contamination here. Okay. So this is just flour, garlic powder, and some salt. I'm just lightly tossing these guys in there. You'll see it's not like gonna be a full like fried chicken, because I really try to not have too many carbs in my life. So this is just very light, just to give that whole traditional chicken piccata feel. I always feel like it's a little breaded-ish. So these are for, you know what I want to know? I want to know if anybody knows when you get like a pack of chicken and you can't see how many pieces there are. How do you tell until you get home and you open them up and you're like, oh, there's 4 in there? I mean, I know you can see the weight, but like, I don't know. Is that only something that I wonder? I don't know. All right, so olive oil is getting heated. I'm gonna wait to put the rest of them in, because what I like is when I put the chicken in the pan, I like to hear it sizzling right away. That's how you get that crust. So I prematurely put one in already. So don't do that. Okay, we're washing our hands with hot water and soap. Hey, I wanted to thank everybody who has been cooking these recipes that I've been posting. And I love everybody's twist on it that they've been putting. I had two wonderful friends today share with me a couple of different renditions of using my base recipe, but then putting their spin on it. So that's like what I'm here for. I am all about it. That's how I get all my recipes, is I just like see stuff or I'll eat something and I'm like, I want to make that, but I think I can make it something a little better or different. So that's what I've been doing. Okay, so now that I have my tongs, do you hear that chicken? Here we go. So our chicken is going in. We very lightly coated it in flour. And now we're putting it in a hot pan with some olive oil. And our sauce is bubbling like crazy. And my bacon wrapped asparagus, they're beeping for me to check on them. So now we're gonna set it and forget it, as they say. I'm gonna check on my asparagus. You can come with me. All right. No, they need more time, but they're so cute. There they are. Okay. I think they need probably like 10 more minutes, so we're gonna do that. I'm listening to some like super lovely singer-songwriter jazzy swing stuff, which I love. All right. Convert recipe? No. Great. Cook time, 10 minutes, so I don't burn you. Hi, everybody. My chicken is going. Chicken is sizzling. Sauce is bubbling. We're in service right now. Okay, so I just shut you off for a second. If you're just tuning in, I'm making artichoke chicken piccata. And the sauce you could put over whatever you've got. Put it over salmon, different chicken. These are thin cut chicken cutlets. I've made bacon wrapped asparagus, which are in the oven. And I'm also going to be serving it with my very popular cauli mash that I made and demoed last week, but I made another batch yesterday because I love it so much. It's good on everything and with everything. So if you're looking to try something else, I had my friend Vanessa messaged me today and she posted on her story that her little kids love it. Love it. So if you want a way to sneaky your veggies in, it's been proven. It works. I'm just flipping my chicken now. So I want to get a nice little golden brown. See that? So everyone, if you're using a thicker cut of chicken, like thighs or a thicker chicken breast, you're gonna want to do this searing stuff and then put them in the oven to finish off so they don't get too brown. I think I'm gonna be okay with just doing them here in the pan. Okay, so those guys are going. I'm gonna taste my sauce at this point with a clean spoon. So this is what's happening. Woo! I just got a artichoke wine facial. This is what's happening here. This is the artichoke piccata sauce. I'm just gonna try it real quick. Always taste as you go. It's the only way you know if you're on the right track, or you need to add anything, subtract anything. Okay. How embarrassing. You guys are all watching me eat. Just kidding. Ooh, that's good. It's really tart, so I'm gonna add more butter. I think I'm probably gonna add a half a stick more. And if you're not into super lemony, I am. You could always just cut back. I'm lowering my chicken temp to medium. If you don't like it super lemony, just use one lemon. The white wine already gives it a little bit of tartness. I'm gonna add some more butter. If you haven't tuned in before, if this is your first time, I love butter. I just do. I tend to cook pretty low carb, but I do not skimp on the flavor or fat because a lot of fats are good for you, right? We're making artichoke chicken piccata. Okay, so I am turning my piccata back on. My chicken is almost ready and done. And so are my asparaguses. Asparagus. I think it's like asparagus and asparagus, right? Anybody? Anyone? So right now, while this is going, check these guys really quick. Woo-hoo! Getting them brown. These are looking so good. I just flipped my chicken again, and I just lightly covered them or lightly dabbed them in seasoned flour before I threw them in. There we go. They look so nice. So this is going to be a complete meal here. And I'm going to be serving this with my cauli mash. So I'm going to get that out and warm it up. So for all of you wondering, that chicken dish that I posted 2 days ago, or yesterday, I'll be making that next week for you, and it's really easy. I'm not gonna make any sides though, because I think we have a few good sides in our arsenal that we can throw in if we need to, but that chicken, 100 clove garlic chicken, I'll be making that, and it's really easy. I make that using chicken thighs though, which are my favorite part of the chicken. Why do I like chicken thighs? I like chicken thighs because they taste good. They're so juicy and tender. I'm not a huge chicken breast fan unless it's covered in sauce, which is what we're doing today. So I'm just gonna put a little bit of this. This is my cauli mash that I made yesterday. The recipe for this is on my YouTube. I made it last week as well. So this is a fresh batch. I'm just gonna warm it up. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. I am so excited. Yes, I have a new apron. Thank you for noticing. I'm so excited because I know I have at least 2-3 of my friends that are cooking this with me, and they're probably not writing anything because they're cooking. Okay, these are almost done. Yum. Check these out. Pew! Yes. Okay, so I'm putting my chicken on the low, just so it'll continue cooking the inside. And at this point, I'm putting my board into the sink so I won't put anything on it. Even though I don't think I touched the chicken with it. Better safe than sorry. Every time, I have a bamboo board, so when I'm finished cooking, I put everything that touched the chicken or raw chicken into the sink and I spray it with Clorox bleach spray and let it sit a little bit, you know. Oh, Erin's cooking too, great. So it looks like I have at least 4 people cooking, great. All right, I'll slow down a little bit. My chicken is still cooking. Oh my gosh, yes, this is looking great. So I'll show you my piccata sauce. Oh my goodness. Ladies and gentlemen, I wish you could smell this, but it's chopped up, marinated artichokes, capers, the butter. It's just so luscious. So I'm gonna turn that off now, but I'm gonna taste it just in case it needs anything. So good. If you have missed any of this and you want to make this meal, I will be posting this shortly on my YouTube channel, which I've been posting all these on there. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. Are you guys watching me eat? All right. It's so perfect. It's buttery at first, then you get that tang from the lemon. It's so good. And I love that it has texture in it. Some of these like wine sauces are just like straight up, you know, thin, but so good. All right, chickens, I think you're done. So here's the chickens. Chickens are finished. And I think everything is going to be done at the same time, which is like, so let me just check real quick. Yes! Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. This is my cauli mash that I made. The recipe for this is on my YouTube. It's super easy. It's amazing. It's delicious. There's a secret ingredient in there. So this is already made, and I'm gonna assemble my dish. Are you ready? Okay. We're gonna pull out our bacon wrapped asparagus, friends. If you want more color in your bacon, go for it. But this is, for me, is perfect. So when people eat this, it's super cool because you just cut it this way, and then you have a bunch of smaller cut asparagus with a bunch of perfectly sized bacon to go with it. It's like so amazing. So I think, yes, somebody's asking how long it took for the asparagus. Also, the reason why I'm not giving like definite times and measurements is because it really is going to depend on how thick your asparagus is. So just keep an eye on it. But yeah, I think it was about 20-25 minutes at 375. Okay. And of course, here's my lazy woman pan with my foil and my parchment paper, so I don't have to clean the pan and nothing sticks to it. It's great. All right. It's assembly time. Okay. I'm such a goon. Where's my spoon? Get a new spoon. No, all my big spoons are in the sink. Oh my gosh. Oh well. Here, we're just gonna do this real quick. All right. This chicken looks amazing. Okay, so here's one of my chickens. I'm just putting this right alongside my cauli mash. And now we're gonna use the spoon. I'm gonna rinse off. We're cleaning your spoon. And I have leftover wine in case anybody wants some. Okay, here is the moment. Okay, so we are getting some of this piccata sauce. We're putting it on the chicken. Can you guys see this? It's gorgeous. So this is our artichoke piccata sauce. We are over our cauli mash that I demoed last week up on my YouTube. And I'm gonna get, let's see, which one's the cutest? You win today, sir. With a little side of our asparagus. Then we are going to make it look all fancy with parsley. I always have parsley in my fridge. I use it for a lot of my recipes in it, but also just garnishing is so cute. And then my little friend, every time I cook, I cut up garnish, I always leave one big piece to put right on top. There it is. Here is the artichoke chicken piccata with cauli mash. I didn't make this today on tape for you, but the video is on YouTube. Then we have our bacon wrapped asparagus. All my doggies are so ready. Gotta show you this. Do you see them all? Hey, Cooper. All right, everybody. Thank you so much for tuning in. I will be shortly posting this video onto YouTube. Thanks for joining me. Thank you so much for everyone who tuned in and was cooking along with me. I'm gonna eat some of this right now. I'm gonna try some, because that's what they do on cooking shows, right? I'm just gonna like cut into this and try some for you. If you have any questions, you're welcome to comment and I will make sure to answer your questions. Oh, this is perfectly cooked chicken. Oh my gosh. Oh, that was bound to happen. I'm like really trying this poor little camera stand. Okay, so. Whoa, real life. This is like theater, like live theater, everyone. All right, so the chicken is cooked perfectly because it's super thin. It cooked really quickly. I'm gonna have a little bit of the cauli mash with it. Oh my God, my little card is just stuck on the floor. I'm a mess. Oh my gosh. Here you go. So I got chicken, a little bit of the cauli mash, and we have our piccata sauce. It's so good. I recommend eating this with the cauli mash because the creamy cauli mash goes so good with the tart, lemony piccata sauce. We're gonna get into these guys. So this is what I was telling you about. I'm gonna cut these. It's super easy for your guests if you're ever entertaining to make these guys. Someone is asking how long I cook the chicken. I use the thin cut breasts. They weren't in there for very long, maybe 10 minutes, and I was just watching them. But as soon as you feel with your tongs that they're firm, they're done. If you're using a chicken thigh or a thick breast, you might need to pop it in the oven to finish it off so it doesn't get too brown. But I think my little thin cut breast that I used, these little cutlets, it was about 10 minutes. And just really, once you see the color, just turn the heat down and let the rest of the inside cooking finish off. Oh my God, I love these so much. So look how cute these little, so good. And they're just like, they look really nice if you're entertaining people. They're so good. Best thing about these asparagus, you don't have to like season them. They're so not fussy. It's like the easiest thing ever. Thank you so much everybody who's tuned in. I'm gonna go finish this up because it's delicious. Again, this is the artichoke chicken piccata. I encourage you to try your own spin on things. If you want to have this with pasta, if you want to have it like chicken and then pasta as your side instead of the cauliflower, do that. It's also super, super yummy over salmon. This sauce is the bomb for so many things. I hope you enjoy it. Thank you. Someone just said it was a beautiful meal. Thank you. Now I'm gonna go enjoy this beautiful meal. Hope you all love it. And I will see you soon. I think I'm gonna post the other chicken one really soon because people were like, I need to make that now. So I was gonna wait till next Thursday, but I think I just might do it this weekend because why not? And I want people to be able to cook and play with your food and have fun. And let me know if you have any questions. I'm totally gonna burp. So I'm just gonna cut this short to go and do that and then finish this food. I hope everyone had fun. This is Quarantine Cooking with Erica Marie. That's me. I hope everybody enjoy your food, your version of this. And tune in to my YouTube channel. I will be posting all the videos there. Subscribe, tell your friends, and just have fun cooking food. All right, bye everybody. My doggy say bye too. Come say bye. Cooper says bye. Bye everyone. He's like, give me that food.